Bismillah, we begin in the name of the Divine. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad, and sending divine favor on our Master Muhammad. And I'm gonna give an overview of our topic. We're stepping back from soulmates to look at the bigger picture and context of life, and that is parallel universes, also known as secondary realities or parallel realities. It goes by many names. The benefit of this, though, is universal. Nobody has been unaffected by grief, especially in these times. Nobody's been unaffected by regrets. And understanding this reality of parallel universes in Islam is particularly relevant today because it is Isra wa Mi'raj, the day of the night journey, where our Prophet, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, God bless his soul and grant peace, narrated he saw a house of Allah. We know the Kaaba is this, but was it the Kaaba? Was it a parallel universe? He tells us, I asked Gabriel about it, and he said, this is Bayt al-Ma'mur, where 70,000 angels perform prayers daily. And when they leave, they will never return to it, but always a fresh batch comes into it daily. And looking at this further, we know there is a narration which Ibn Abbas was asked about a verse. It is Allah who created the seven heavens and the earth, the like of them. He replied that سبع أرضين في كل أرض نبي كنبيكم وآدم كآدم ونوح كنوح وإبراهيم كإبراهيم وعيسى كعيسى. And the meaning of that is 7 earths, each and every earth is a prophet like your prophet, and Adam like your Adam, and Noah like your Noah, and Abraham like your Abraham, and a Jesus like your Jesus. Welcome to the world of parallel universes. This really reflects on this universal saying of as within, so without, as above, so below. And we can verify that with God's saying also, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير. The meaning of that is, who created 7 heavens in layers, you do not see in the creation of the most merciful any inconsistency. So return your vision. The first part really reflects on how everything in creation is consistent. And so this substantiates how there would be twin galaxies, but don't take my word for it. God also tells us we will show them, the meaning of it is, we will show them our signs in the horizons and within themselves until it becomes clear to them that it is the truth. As within, so without, as above, so below. But we don't even have to go that far to understand and verify that there are alternate realities, alternate universes. The womb is an example of that. We've all been to that reality, that universe. It's not our universe, but there are many similarities. And even the parallels to the womb and the universe, we can go on and on about that. The grave is another reality we will also face, that we're not necessarily physically buried right now, but we can definitely testify to parallels and experiences that happen in this life and what will happen in the grave, and we will all face that reality, that universe someday. Paradise and hell is another one, right? And we know from the Quran that in paradise there will be many experiences like the experiences here. We'll say, to paraphrase, that we had this in the previous life, and yet it will be paradise. So we want to have this important disclaimer here. It's like a video game when it comes to understanding the multiple possibilities, where if you don't know it exists, it's like you might be tempted to just say, well, I don't see it here, these other realities, so they're not real. And you don't need to see and hear them in a video game to know that they exist, but you have multiple choices, bottom line. And knowing that there are multiple scenarios, you shift a little more. you understand that the solutions are always present. We just have to be open to them. Or like a can opener that you're looking for, and this is a really random example, but you may be looking right at it, but then later on when you forget about it and you realize like, oh, I have an extra can opener. So there is observable reality and there's also unobservable reality. We affirm this. And Isra wa Mi'raj, the night journey of the Prophet, affirms this. And there's an area that is not completely spiritual, not completely physical, that we are able to experience. And again, this is beneficial because it helps us to not buy that white lie that modernism tells us about loss. What is loss when we understand how the possibilities? And so we ask the only existence that does not need a parallel, that does not have a multiple possibilities, the Creator, that we are with Him at all times, and that we recognize the divine is close regardless of the place and time. And we also ask that we give thanks no matter our place in life, for what's to come, and the one who created it. And we give thanks and we pray for our late loves and late loves of those that we care for in this world today, because they do carry a piece of us with them. And the reason we say that loss is a lie is because our soul really doesn't die. I promise I wasn't trying to rhyme there. I'm really excited to be discussing this, that we can hopefully continue the discussion. I encourage you to subscribe, and that way you'll get the notification for the coming topic that will help us to going back to soulmates. It'll help us with internal boundaries and being able to really have proven ourselves from falling. And so we'll talk more next time, but until then, take care. Assalamu alaikum.